The common perception of agriculture in India today is that chemical fertilizers are traditional. In fact, the Green Revolution began in the late 1960s, did save many lives across the planet. Yet now we're dealing with the backlash from the herbicides, insecticides, and chemical fertilizers, which have become common in our medicines. Prior to 50 years ago, what we now call organic was traditional agriculture in India. When queried this week about the prevalence of organic Ayurvedic herbs worldwide, Sebastian Pohl, author of Ayurvedic Medicine and founder of Pukka Herbs, has estimated that about 1% of Ayurvedic herbs are certified organic. By far, most herbs are not certified. Traditionally, many healing herbs were gathered rather than cultivated, and this is still the case. Scott and Sebastian turned me on, Scott especially, bless him, turned me on to the Fair Wild Foundation, which was formed also in 2008 to provide a worldwide framework for implementing a sustainable, fair, and value-adding way to manage and trade in wild collected natural ingredients and their products in a way that would support local communities who are harvesting these. Fair Wild certification means that buyers know that they're supporting fair trading and that products are legally and sustainably harvested, and that benefits accrue to everyone involved, especially the harvesters. These are pictures of haritaki and bibitaki, and according to this kind of framework, 2 or more modest-sized organic companies like Banyan Botanicals and Pukka Herbs can pool their needs, which then can make enough sustainable work for a village. Many places, the trees, it's the fruit that we need for the triphala. The haritaki and the bibitaki are 2 out of the 3 ingredients for triphala, and yet in many parts of India, the fruits will fall to the ground and just sit there, and the trees will be cut down for firewood. And so, yeah. And so there's Sebastian especially is trying to interest Fair Wild in this idea of supporting a community in nurturing the trees. And one of the places where the trees really do survive beautifully is in sacred groves. Some of the oldest trees in India are around the temples, and yet even those in some places are now being threatened. Bad roads are also a major obstacle for rural farmers and gatherers to get sustainable product to market. These next pictures come from Scott Cody and Kevin Casey from Banyan Botanicals, who've done a tremendous amount in terms of working to introduce safe, sustainable herbs into Ayurvedic trade. And this woman is holding Centella goticola. And here we have several of our community members reveling in their koshas with ashwagandha. This is Sebastian Pohl resting in all 5 koshas in a field of Centella. And finally, this is a group of children who are kids of Indian farmers. There are key challenges for us in health, education, and agriculture, and in other areas. Like our honored elders, we face unusual conditions. Climate change, radical shifts, massive inequities are issues that will impact us as practitioners and educators in our lifetimes, and also our children and our children's children and our nieces and nephews. I'm not suggesting that each of us is able to do something as large or practical or noble or heroic as some of the people here, yet I invite us to think largely, love deeply. If we think beyond this present generation to the generations that come, what is our picture of longevity for Ayurveda? Who will benefit? How will it grow? How will it be supported?